Okay, this is how we make bread in the bread machine. To start out, we have, wait a minute, 1 cup of warm water and a tablespoon of yeast. Warm water is just warm tap water, not hot, warm. There's your water. And there's the yeast. We have a little hokey pokey in the background. Oh, gummy bear salt. Then you stir this up, and then you add a 1/16 of a cup, I think it's half of 1/4 of sugar. Sugar makes the yeast rise. Salt makes it die. So we want to keep the salt and the yeast separate. I mean the salt and the sugar separate. Mix this up, and then we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. Got to get it all mixed up. I'll get it all mixed up and I'll come back when 10 minutes are up and show you how it rose. And we're also got a egg and a cup of warm water in the shell so it can get room temperature. You don't want to use cold anything. Everything has to be warm. I'll get this up and I'll be right back. Okay, here is the rised yeast. It got all bubbly. And then we're going to add the egg that was in the warm water in the shell, so it's room temperature. Bailey, I need to melt that butter over there.
Melt it?
Yeah. And then hang on a second, we're going to get the butter. Melted?
Like fully?
No, not fully. Yep, that's good. And then here's 2 tablespoons. I do about 2.5 tablespoons of melted butter. And then Bailey's going to help me do the flour.
Scooping it in.
Yep, it is 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And then the only thing we have left is the salt. We want to put it in last because it will kill your yeast if you put it on top of the yeast. You don't want to get in the picture. We'll put this on my side too. That was 2 3/4. I'll put the recipe in the description. Like I said, everything has to be room temperature. Thank you, Bailey. And then this is 1 teaspoon of salt. It goes in last, like I said. All right, that's it with the ingredients. Put it in the bread maker until it pops down. All right. There we go. It popped in. Shut the lid, and then you're going to push select, or no, menu. Menu select, and then we need to get to 6P. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then over here it tells you dough 6, and that means 6P. It'll be an hour and 30 minutes, and then you push start, and it's starting. Now, as long as it's moving, you can look at it. But once the machine stops and it's rising, do not open this. Leave it shut. I just leave it shut the whole time. All right, there you go. We've started the bread. We'll come back in an hour and a half. Okay, the bread is raised and it's done. All right, now we're gonna grease the pan. And we just mix it around with our hands. And there's a lot of grease in here, and I just dropped it on the floor. But that's only because the rolls are going to be on here, and they're going to take up some grease. Here's our rolls. No, your hands are not washed. Just watch Grandma, and you'll learn how to do it. You have to dig it all out of here. Now, you never put this in water. Never. What's left over, let it dry out, and the next day, take a dry paper towel and wipe this out. Never put it in water, because makes it stick. Now that right there, the next day, take a wet paper towel and dry that out. And that'll all flake off. And here's your little beater thing and it only fits in there one way, but you can figure it out. Okay, here's our dough. Billy, could you give me a big knife?
Does serrated matter? If it's serrated?
It doesn't matter. Okay, then we're gonna cut it in four.
Very careful.
I will, honey. We're gonna cut it in 4 pieces.
So we can have one. So we can have one.
Maya,
Stop.
that's the baby.
Can have it.
To me, I love them sounds. And then we're gonna cut it again. We cut it in 4 pieces. And then
Mine's cool.
roll it under. And each piece, Maya, here, Mommy got you some spoons. Come sit on the rug and play.
Go sit
Come over
down.
here. Good girl. Now each piece, we're going to cut in 3s. It makes 12. That's the little hard piece I cut off.
What little hard piece? Right there?
Right there. And I like to see if they're even. They look pretty good. This one seems a little bit smaller. I just even them out. Each quarter you cut in 3 pieces. Yeah, it's old. You want it? It's a little hard piece. But I get it real greasy, so it won't stick to anything. 1, 2.
Can I have some more?
Then we,
Can I have some more?
yeah, here's another hard. If you feel little hard pieces in there, just
Piece, piece.
3. Now that screaming is music to my ears. I love it. But I'm sorry if anybody had headphones on. Okay, there's your 12 pieces. And I have my oven preset for 375. And then you make your rolls. Just keep tucking them under until you get a little ball on top. And the closer you put them, the higher they will raise.
Are they hard?
Those aren't hard, Bucky. Those are going to turn into bread rolls.
Can I have some more piece?
Oh, no, there's no more hard. Oh,
There, just
Just
have
kidding.
pieces. Now, I always have good luck making it in the bread maker. I have a hard time really keeping things warm or keeping things too warm. But you just keep tucking it under till you form your ball. Like I said, have your hands really greasy so nothing sticks. And then you'll cook these for about
I
50.
can wash my hands after this.
Yes. We'll cook these for 15 or 20 minutes on 375. And then when we take them out, we'll rub butter on the top.
Yeah.
And I'll show you the end product. That's it, honey. We're going to make the rolls. This one's not so round. This one's going to be shaped really funny, but the really funny ones taste better. Now, with making them in the bread machine, I don't do another rise on them. I just stick them in the oven. But if I was making these without the bread machine, I'd have another rise on them.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Where's your other spoon? Give me.
Maybe I should spread them out a little bit so they'll rise bigger.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hold on, my dear.
Okay, there they are, and then we'll stick them in the oven for 15 or 20 minutes and I'll be back.
Right.
Okay, here's the end product. And we're just gonna put some butter on them. And then you're good to go. They smell delicious. Watch, honey, it's hot. Hot. So sorry. Maya was gonna touch the pan. I don't know what's causing that. Oh, there it was. It was my driver's license. So sorry that shadow was on the screen. But just rub them with, and they cooked about, I would say about 20 minutes, 18 or 20 minutes. Just keep a good eye on them, and when they're golden brown, then you're good to go. Enjoy. I'd wait till they cool just a little bit. Okay.